to just work with the foundation to bring awareness to health and education and fitness with the MEB Foundation, and give back as much as I can to the sport that gave me so many.
Well, super. You've been inspirational to anyone that is either trying to improve in the sport or get into the sport. I think you are, you said it, a great human, and that's really important. Tell us a little bit more about the MEB Foundation.
The MEB Foundation maintains an excellent balance through health, education, and fitness. As you know, as you are in Las Vegas, seeing what's going on with the rock and roll events, 20,000, 30,000, and like the New York City Marathon, 53,000. So what a better way to encourage young kids to be active, because we know the benefit of the sport that provides, not only in terms of time commitment, but perseverance and hard work and commitment, and we all benefit from that. But at the young age, they're too busy with technology and things like that, which is not bad, but at the same time, they need to be active in whatever way they can in sports, and that's what the foundation tried to do.
Well, and Meb was a perfect example of, being introduced to the sport of running through running the mile as a elementary school age student, and then for it to blossom and to become what it is. And that's a big part of what Meb I've seen over the years of really trying to instill in the youth of saying, hey, you can learn at a young age to love something and to find an affinity for it and actually be good at it, and that you could take it as far as you would like to go. It's up to you and the hard work you're willing to put in, and Meb is a perfect example of that. And Meb, so this is a big move for you going to Tampa. I'm shocked. You were a California boy, at your San Diego ties, and for you to be up in Mammoth all those years, and now, with your family, where your Adonis is from, to move to Tampa. How's that transition going?
It's a transition is going pretty good so far. The girls are in school and they seem to like it, and Tampa has been good. It's tough from San Diego and Mammoth, like you said, but at the same time, we got to make the next chapter of your life, and I'm excited about it.
Hey, good for you. It's great. And let me ask you a little bit here. I'm not sure if you've been able to turn on the race, but there's a pretty exciting show. Two guys going at it at the front of the race. That's Harvey Nelson and Tyler Day, both some young bucks going for it. And then Patrick Rizzo, the figurative old guy. He's 36, Meb, not too old. But what do you think about those two up front? Can you call a prediction for us, or do you know what's going on at all there?
I'm not in tune, but I can hear the Facebook new announcement. I think it's going to be wonderful for people to see how events are played out from your living room. And I don't know what stage in the race it is, but if it's early on and you got one of them's going to bonk, but if not, just stay tight, and because you got to measure right, whether it's a 13.1 mile run or a full marathon. You got to be patient, and patience always pays off, as Alan knows that, and I've done that myself in the past.
And Matt, but maybe before we let you go, let us know, what was your favorite rock and roll race? We know you would go and run with a lot of the general population, and you did a great job of pacing people to that 1:30 half marathon mark or 2 hour mark, and you were always a fixture out there. What was your favorite race of all the different rock and roll marathons?
Alan and Michael, as I was hearing earlier, the music is very powerful. When it started in 1998, the idea to just run and hear music every mile, having a band, is always a wonderful. And I've been fortunate enough to run the San Diego Rock and Roll in San Jose and Las Vegas. I paced many times, and the Strip at Night is a pretty cool event, but for me, being San Diego, it's always a joy to be able to celebrate and kind of know exactly where you are, instead of guessing mark. Oh, I'm mile 7. I got 6 to go. Whereas in San Diego, I know exactly where I am. But I think the crowd that I run in the middle at night is pretty neat. But Vegas is a little bit of altitude. It can be a little chilly and a little windy, but I think San Diego so far wins it, but San Antonio had done that before, and it's been wonderful to be able to work with them and inspire other people to just go. We run as hard as we can in the front, but being in the middle of the pack is pretty cool, and they get a kick out of it running with you, or kind of we tell them stories, and they kind of forget what mile they're in or what kind of pain they're going through. So it's been a lot of fun to be able to enjoy that aspect of the sport.
Very good, Meb. It's a treat to chat with you and hear what you're up to, and we wish you all the best with your move to Florida, as well as the foundation, everything you're doing. So thank you so much for your time, and we hope to catch up again, and we'll say good night and enjoy your Florida evening.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you, guys.
Okay, and that's good stuff. What a legend, and it's so awesome to hear his perspective. He still runs a little bit, 6 to 10 miles, so I'm sure he's probably out every day. But that's it, the run. When you start running, and I think folks that are trying to get into the sport and you say, maybe, I just want to find that love, I think nothing is more driving or motivating than signing up for an event. Once you put that on the calendar, it just gets you out the door. 5K, maybe you do a 10K, then perhaps half marathon. Don't jump into the big one first. Really just ease into it and find the joy and love of the event.
Yeah, that's a great point, Michael. It's, we all would hope that we have the self-discipline and desire just to get out there and just to do it for the basic love of it.
You know him but she was enjoying a great place and pace in second. And now back to the bottom right. I mean, these two are lockstep. She's tucked in. What do you see on the left?
I see the men, maybe just a little bit of a break there from Harvey Nelson, just getting a half a step on Tyler Day. At this point in the race, that actually starts to become significant, even though it doesn't look like much. And it's certainly not a full breakaway. But the fact that Harvey Nelson has shown that he's able to take a step ahead. And then as I say that now, Tyler Day just moved right in front of him. So, you never know how it's going to shake out, but it's at this point when they're going to start really feeling each other out.
For sure. And you could tell that the gamesmanship is on a little bit now, because I think at one point, and there's a mental component to this that's massive. So you get in front, you may feel pushed ahead, you may feel energized. When you fall behind, you may lose a little steam. So you kind of almost see maybe a rope-a-dope. So you saw Tyler go behind and then pull through, and he can kind of suck a little energy. But right now, I still feel like it is just one-on-one battle. These two guys trying to get there. They are not friends. They are not roommates right now. They're not training partners. They are going for the glory. Tyler looks pretty comfortable. He glanced across to see where he's got to go, and you said it. They're going back to the Mirage, to the finish line, and they'll be there very soon. We're about 54 minutes of running. Another 6 or 8 minutes.
They're at 11 are coming up at 11.4 miles. So so they're getting to that point in the race when every little bit, every little move makes a difference on how you're going to finish.
There you go. So, and you can check those paces out. We're thinking, let's just say that they do come across the line at that 102 mark, 445 per mile. That's about where we've been, isn't it?
So they were at 47.55 at 10 miles. So
oh my, so 47.55, so that puts them right in there, about 447, about a 446, 447 pace. So they are on track, Alan, to hit that 102 zone, which is about, about where we guessed. And you're back to Julian Flores. He was in 4th place at our last time check. We'll see if he can, in the closing miles, bring that Lobo speed. He's a New Mexico athlete. If he can come back on Patrick Rizzo, or if Rizzo has the upper hand with his experience. But right now, Julian Flores looks to be putting on a late-game charge through the field here. Well, who's coming up there on the other side?
Nicholas End, it looks like, number 13, who, as you can see from our leaderboard, has been moving up through the field. So the fact that he's catching Flores, again, is an indicator that I think he's now going to move into that 4th place position here very soon.
So it tells you how important pacing is at this race, at this distance. He did a 109. That's where we've seen him. 107 is his best in New York City, but like 8 years ago, rather, in 2011. So bib number 13, Nicholas End, and he is rolling through, taking that spot away from Julian Flores. So it is really important to note also hydration, how you've been doing, because it is still 70+ degrees, and so you are sweating. You need to manage those fluids, the output as well. So
and there you go.
Yeah,
he's made the pass. So the fact that he ran 107 as his PR, and at that 10-mile point, he was 3 minutes back on Day and Nelson, to me says he might be in for a PR day. He might sneak into the high 105 range, which would be a great effort for him today.
There you go, and now the crowds are getting bigger and bigger. It is fully dark. We are fully under lights here. This is the Strip at night. Put that hashtag into social media, into Facebook, and you'll find all of this action, and you'll see what we're talking about. But this Strip is closed down. Only twice per year this happens, for this event and for New Year's Eve. But back to the battle for 1st and 2nd. Tyler Day, Harvey Nelson. Little bit of advantage to number 5, Tyler Day at this point, the yellow, but not much. I mean, they're essentially still shoulder to shoulder. They still look like neither one wants to give an inch. And we talked about it. Friends no more. Who's going to get there first? I also think they look almost identical to the way they looked when they started. The form looks great. A little bit of side to side if I look at Harvey Nelson, just a little bit, but it's really just pretty rhythmic running.
No, they both look great. You know, and at NAU they do a great job of focusing on the full athlete, very comprehensive strength.